Okay, so in the last video, I bent the sides for the guitar, the ladder braced Grand Concert guitar I'm building. So since then, what I've done is I've installed the blocks. This is the tail block. Notice it is made of plywood. It is, I find the plywood, it's Baltic birch plywood. I find that it is much more stable. Actually, the main reason I use it, there's really no downside, is that when you put an end pin jack in, you can, if someone hits it really hard, you can split the end block, which is, this is going to avoid that. So it's a much more solid, there's really no tone aspect of it in my opinion. So I learned this from some other luthiers and I just like it. And the head block, however, is made of Spanish cedar. You can see this. Get a picture in there. So, you know, before they put it in, you have to carve them to this curve over here. And that's it. And then you take off, the bevel really just takes off some weight. But they're very light and strong. Spanish cedar. Latin name, Cedrela odorata. Anyway, so that's where I'm at so far. So the next step, this is the front, but from the back, I am going to carve the dome shape. And so then what I've done here is this is the back. And I have installed, joined the back. I've thicknessed it. And I am installing, or finished installing, the strip, the reinforcing strip in the back, which I'll show you in a minute here. I'm going to put my camera down so I don't kill myself here. Let's see if I can do this. My go board deck here, which, if you're not familiar with this is a great invention. And basically what it is just tension of the fiberglass rods between the top and the table. And then I have a coil here which has a piece of tape so it doesn't stick. So here's what we got. Basically this is a piece of cross-grained spruce. You can see it there. It's a little fuzzy right now, but I'm going to sand that off. And what this does is just reinforces the back joint. There's a seam in the middle. And just gives it a little extra strength, especially on figured woods like this, where there's a little wonky grain joining. It's not as good as maybe a piece of spruce. The other aspect of it is if there's a decorative inlay put in there, then it undermines it all. So this one doesn't have one, but it's still a good idea. If the wood is really straight grain, like cherry or mahogany or something straight grain or Indian rosewood, sometimes I don't use one, but definitely in something figured like this, flame birch, I will. All right, so anyway, the next step is I'm going to take this piece of spruce, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to carve the back braces. I have to put a curve to match the 15-foot radius dome that I'm going to have on the back ultimately. So my next step is to cut a curve in this. So I'm going to take the bandsaw and cut a curve in it, and then I'm going to cut the braces out of it. So I'll have 4 braces, and then obviously I'm going to have to cut through the center strip where the braces go. So that's the next step. And then once that's done, the back is really done. I'm going to make the braces. Actually, I carve the braces almost fully, like 95%, before I put them on the guitar. Most other guys don't do that, or a lot of people don't do it. It's basically they put it on as a square block, small square block, and then carve it down afterwards. But I find it's just more efficient to carve the whole brace using sanders and bandsaws, etc., off the guitar. So I'll show you that step next. Okay.